everybody. Welcome back to Bengals Nation. Hope everybody had a great holiday out there. Saturday didn't go the way that we hoped, but they're still in this with 2 games to go. And for more on that, we bring out our weekly hosts, Mike Hilton and Nick Scott. Let them hear it, folks. Well, welcome back, guys. How was the holiday? Santa good to everybody?
Yeah, man, it was good. Obviously, it was good to see my kids open up the gifts and the smile on their face. So it was a good Christmas for me.
Yeah, same here. It was good. Jackson got everything he wanted. Got mom a massage and a spa day. And I got a whole bunch of golf gear, which is always great.
What was the hot gift for the kids this year?
For my daughter, she got the Barbie Dream House. So that took some time to put together. And then for my,
Was that you or the wife?
That was both of us. See, we both put in some work.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Then my son, I got him just a whole bunch of dinosaurs. You know, he's in that stage where he's always just walking around the house going roar. So had to get him some dinosaurs.
Yeah, so this was Jackson's first Christmas. He turned 1 2 weeks ago. And the grandkids just spoiled him. I mean, he got everything, I think, in Toys R Us. So our whole living room is packed with toys. You name it, we got it. But right now, he's obsessed, like his dad, with this little toy golf club that he got. He carries it everywhere, so it's been great.
So how long before he's beating you out there?
Oh, man, not too long. I'm not that great. Not too long.
All right, let's talk about that game in Pittsburgh. Obviously not the way you guys wanted it to go. Just what happened out there?
Man, it just started early. Obviously, with the big play from Pickens early, that kind of just took our energy, and we never were able to rebound. And then we just didn't execute like we needed to. And they did what they were supposed to on their side of the ball, run the football and play good defense. And we didn't play our best game.
Yeah, I think every phase can look at themselves in the mirror and say that we got to do a lot better. And we got to continue to play complementary football. And unfortunately, we didn't get that done that night. But we know who we are as a group. Special teams, offense, and defense, we're confident in what we can do. So we just got to put everything together. And it starts this week with great energy and execution and practice and taking it to the field.
All right, you got Kansas City. You're pretty familiar with Kansas City at this point. You guys have played them a lot. Tell me about Kansas City this year.
They are who they are. You know, everything runs through 15 and 87. You know what I mean? 2 Hall of Fame guys, 2 guys that's just been the heartbeat of that offense. So we know what we have to do. You know, Lou and the guy and the coach is coming up with a good game plan. We just got to go out and execute and make plays.
Yeah, you know, it's going to come down to who executes the best, like Mike said. They're a really good team that hasn't always played up to their standard, and we're a really good team that hasn't always played up to our standards. So it's just going to come down to who executes the best and who comes out with the most energy and fire.
For more on all this, we go to the head coach, Zac Taylor, now to recap last week's game.
All right, Zac, how was your Christmas?
It was good. Got to spend some time with the family, and now you get a chance to regroup and go get ready for our next game.
What was the hot gift for the kids this year?
At one point, we had a unicorn attached to a hoverboard, and it didn't end well for my youngest daughter, but it exists. It's in our garage, so now we just got to wear helmets from now on.
I'm curious because if you're somebody like me, I wait till the last second to go out shopping for everybody. You're in the middle of a playoff push. Santa can't get them all. How do you fit in the shopping, or do you have somebody go do that for you?
I don't. I'm just as surprised as the kids when I watch them open their gifts, and so my wife takes care of all that.
Even for
her? She helps me with her gifts, yes.
It's always nice to have a little bit of help there.
It does, yeah.
You've had a couple days digest the tape up in Pittsburgh. What can you take away from that game?
Well, it was obviously disappointing. We expected to play better. They got on us quickly, and we tried to fight back there at the start of the third quarter and just didn't go our way. So have to be able to regroup. That's what you got to do in this league, be able to put the last one behind you. We still have plenty to play for, and so we're excited to get that next opportunity at Kansas City.
For a quarterback like Jake, he's seen a lot of football, but not a lot of football in the NFL, and any quarterback, no matter who they are going to have a bad game. What can he learn from that game?
Yeah, like you said, every quarterback in this league has a bad game. If you just watched football last Sunday and Monday, you saw a lot of similar situations taking fold. And so for a quarterback, it's just to learn from those mistakes, move on to the next week, and continue just to improve your game every single chance you get.
It's the next man up league. You were down a wide receiver, Andre Yoshevich, I thought went in there and made a couple pretty good catches. How has he kind of come along where he's ready for an opportunity like this?
Yeah, he continues to prepare the right way. Troy Walters gets him ready, and so when his number's called, he's expected to go in there and make some plays. And and we expect to see more of that.
Defensively, I thought Mason Rudolph comes in, obviously has a big game, but you guys were able to get some pressure on him, were able to stop him a few times. What did you like out of that defensive performance?
But, I mean, we gave up 3 big plays that really hurt us. So it's hard to say aside from that. There were some positive things, but our guys kept fighting, trying to give us a chance. We just couldn't get the ball off of them, creating any turnovers, and so losing the battle 3-0, turnover margin stuff to overcome.
Time for a timeout on Bengals Nation. When we return, the guys are joined by this week's guest. It's Cam Taylor-Britt. They talk a big addition to the secondary just in time for 2 critical games for the playoffs.
Who they? Want to welcome y'all to another episode of Getting Defensive. I'm your host, Mike Hilton. This is Nick Scott.
Going on.
And today, man, we got a real special guest. Y'all give a loud who they welcome to Cam Taylor-Britt. Yes, sir. What's up, Cam? What's up, man? What's going on?
Man, I feel good, man. Glad to be back with the guys again, healthy, ready to get it.
Well, we're going to get straight to it, man. Like you just said, you've been out for a couple last 4 or 5 games. How was it being on the sideline, being a leader, and how you feeling today?
Like I said, man, I'm feeling better than ever. Sitting on the side really just gave me an opportunity, actually, just view you guys, see the mistakes, see the great things, and just kind of piggyback off on when I get a chance to get back out there. Make sure I don't make those same mistakes, and just bring my swagger and juice and add it on top of what you guys are doing already.
Yeah, Cam, obviously we've missed you these past couple of weeks, man. You've been a guy that's been the heart and soul of this team and this defense. Has it been tough for you sitting out and watching these past couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's been tough. And the only reason I say it's tough, man, just because like we all do, we love this game of football, and the bond that we all built is surreal, man. And just getting to see you guys go out there and have fun with each other is like a little kid out there, and I'm in timeout basically. So I was having a fit on the side, but just trying to be a vocal leader any way possible, encouraging to y'all.
Man, you're one of the most energetic, joyful people to be around, man, on and off the field. So just tell me, where does that come from? Like, where does this joy and this energy come from?
I think I'm just a happy person, man. Honestly, I just try to wake up on the right side of the bed every day, man, because, tomorrow's not promised. There's a lot of people that can't do what we do. So I think that's why, I don't take a lot of this thing for granted. And go back to this, the knee surgeries. I almost didn't make it here. So, I don't take it for granted. I try to wake up every day and, go get it.
I think one of the things that's equally as important as the excitement you bring just from your personality is what you do on the field and the energy you bring to us and the fans by your style of play. You can hit hard, you can cover, you can get picks. How do you see yourself? You see yourself as a cover corner, or you see yourself as a hard hitter?
What if I said all around?
All around?
Yeah,
okay. That's right. A good answer.
Well, Kim, man, we got a big one Sunday, man. Obviously against a tough team, a team we battled against plenty of times. It came down to the wire. So what's it going to take for us to get a win Sunday?
Honestly, I feel like we just need to come and play as a team, man. Cincinnati has to take a trip to, Arrowhead and play it like us. There's nothing to it. They're going to be who they are at the end of the day, but most definitely we have to come in there, and play our style of football, that physical football, the, impose your will, first play type of deal, because they're not going to want to fight that whole game. Everybody wants to see the Bengals versus the Chiefs, but, you know how we feel about that. I'm going to say that.
Well, there it is, man. Well, we appreciate you coming on, man. Let's go get a big win Sunday.
Let's go get it, man.
Yes, sir.
Come on, who they?
Okay, Zach, you actually got a full week off now, a little over a week to prepare. With how the schedule's been with the short weeks, the Saturdays and everything, is it nice to have that extra day at this point in the season to kind of rest up and have that extra day?
It makes more sense to us now to play on a Sunday, as opposed to Monday and Saturday. So the week feels more like our routine week that we've had, in the first half of the season.
I'm curious because all the fans out there are going through the simulators looking at what has to happen to make the playoffs. How aware are you of all those scenarios, or do you just kind of focus on the next game?
You have to win, and so none of the other stuff matters if you don't win. So that's what our focus is on, is beating Kansas City, and then we'll go from there.
You've seen Kansas City a lot over the last few years. How are they different than previous years this year?
Their defense is just as good as ever. They're doing a great job limiting points. They held the Raiders to 6 points last week, and they scored some on offense and or defensively. Their offense has still got a ton of weapons. And so I know maybe they were disappointed with the performance the other day, but they've got a lot of weapons. We've seen them at their finest, and so we all got to be ready to buckle up and go.
When you've seen a team as much as you have over the last couple of years, I know it's not easy to go up against the Patrick Mahomes offense, but does it help that you've seen them a lot?
It does. It's really late in the year. We're almost into 2024, and so they've got 15 games under their belt that are different than the last time we saw them. So there's a lot of things you got to continue to adjust to. We obviously still watch the tape from our games last year, but there's been a lot of football played between now and our last game.
I feel like with Kansas City, it's always you talk about the offense because they got the star power, but their defense, like you said, really good, top 3 when it comes to pass defense. What makes them so good at what they do?
They have great players. They're very healthy right now. I think they're down their safety. Other than that, they're all healthy. They can rush the passer. They do a great job against the run. They do a great job with their pressures. They got a lot of talent from top to bottom.
It's on New Year's Eve. You guys got to make it home by midnight?
I have no idea. Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about New Year's Eve.
You might be popping the champagne on the plane after a win, hopefully.
That would sound great.
Still to come on Bengals Nation, Zac is back to hit the Telestrator to show what went right out in Pittsburgh despite the tough loss.
Coach Taylor's Breakdown, sponsored by Wendy's.
A couple clips from last week's game up in Pittsburgh. And the first one's going to be defensively. You're going to see here we're getting a 5-man front. We're playing man coverage. They do a great job with the run-through, getting pressure on the quarterback there by Trey Hendrickson. And then Mike Hilton, it's man-to-man in the slot. Probably the toughest route to defend is this inside slot fade that he's getting paired up against. He does a great job getting back in phase and playing through the receiver at that point. So well-defended play there by Mike, and good job here on the pressure by Trey Hendrickson, winning his one-on-one matchup and putting pressure on the QB. Next one here was a big third down. They're right on field goal fringe, and so what they're trying to do is just get back into field goal territory, probably not trying to convert necessarily. So we bring a pressure just because there's a bunch of hands in the air. It makes it difficult for Mason to get the ball out of his hand. And so then you can see DJ Turner doing a great job triggering Logan Wilson second to the party. And those guys do a great job with a 10-yard loss when they're trying to get into field goal range of making sure that they did not get points on that drive. So really well done there by those guys. The next one here, a 3rd and 2. You're going to see, again, another 5-man front. We rush 3 out of it. So they got to count for those 5, and then we bail out of it. And so they're trying to run some quick game, okay, and doing a good job underneath, making sure there's no throws there. Doing a good job here on the perimeter initially, being really sticky at the sticks, and then we just got to stay in phase as the scramble drill occurs after that. But initially, really good job underneath, being sticky in all the coverage, then getting pursued on the quarterback there and making him make a difficult throw. And then the last one here on defense, you can see they're just running a full flow play action here, trying to get the ball in the flat, and Trey Hendrickson does a great job winning one-on-one with the left tackle there, getting some pressure on the quarterback again. Good job on the coverage. There's no one open. Trey does a good job winning over there against the left tackle and does a nice job getting the sack and helping our defense get off the field. Then you look offensively, a 3rd and 3, so we're just going to run a full field progression here. So Jake comes off the front side. Really good protection there by the lineman. Good job by Jonah on that spin move by TJ Watt. And you can see there's just a void there in the middle of the defense. So Jake's just got to buy us some time. But you can see here, nice job by Jonah. He's one-on-one over there on TJ, does a good job on the spin move. Jake does a good job moving in the pocket, and T finds a nice little opening there for a big conversion on 3rd and 3. That was good stuff. And then a 2nd down play, again, another end breaker. We're looking to high-low right off of here, off the backer. And so Jake does a good job of working off a T and finding TB right over the middle. TB does a great job not going down on contact and turning this into an explosive play that tried to get us some momentum going before halftime here. weren't able to capitalize on it, but it was a good job by TB trying to give us a spark there. So well played out there by all those receivers and Jake. Then you look again later in the game. This is the first play of the second half here. So they're caught in a kind of a strange two-man look down here at the bottom, and the backer doesn't fall off. And so T does a great job catching this thing in stride and just trusting his speed and breaking the angles there of the safeties. So really good momentum change for us to start the half. Defense got a 3-and-out. Offense scored on the first play, trying to get ourselves back in it. So really good job there. Good throw by Jake. Good finish there by T. And trying to get us a spark there early in the third quarter. And then the last one here is just a run play. You're going to see a great job here by Trenton Irwin. So we're going to come kick out TJ Watt by Cordell. He's going to kick him out. Trenton's going to come in there and dig out the safety. That's a great job. And then the running back's got to count for the corner and makes him miss for a 13-yard gain there. So good job on the run play there. Again, just gap scheme, power, working the tight end through to the Mike linebacker. And Trenton does a great job coming in there and digging out the safety, and Mixon makes the one-man miss that we can't account for in the blocking scheme. So good job there by those guys.
When we return, Zac is back to give us the keys to a big win out in Arrowhead Stadium and a way to close out 2023 with a victory.
This is my glory.
Game day matchup sponsored by Gold Star.
For this week's matchup, everybody, when they talk about the Chiefs, talks about their offense. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and rightfully so. Those guys put up monster numbers over the years. But this year's Chiefs team is led by their defense, which is top 3 in pass defense. And of course, it all starts up front with Chris Jones, the stellar defensive tackle who was a thorn in the side of the Bengals during the AFC Championship game last season. If the Bengals want to go score a road win over the Chiefs, they're going to need to limit that pass rush and specifically keep Chris Jones off of Jake Browning. And by keeping Jones off Browning and letting Jake sit back there and make those big throws, will lead the Bengals to a victory.
I think that he picks his spots. He plays everywhere on the line. They have a very solid defense with a lot of great players, but obviously he's the focal point. So, we're planning for him all week, but really what it comes down to is our individual performance on Sunday afternoon.
Keys to the game sponsored by Kia.
Okay, Zac, 2 weeks left. It's all on the line. What do the Bengals have to do to get a win in Kansas City?
We got to do a better job with the turnover battle. That's given us a great chance to win weeks ago, and we got to get back to that style of ball. We got to play penalty-free, shot ourselves in the foot with some penalties.
We have one show remaining on Bengals Nation. Come on out Wednesday, 6:30 at the Kroger OTR Eatery to see the show in person. And as always, you can watch it 11:35 on your TV home of the Bengals Saturday night on Focus One. All right, we're all up here all together, guys. I think the big storyline for this game in Kansas City is going to be, is Taylor Swift going to show up? So I'll start off with, do we have any Swifties up here? It's all right, you can admit it.
No comment.
No?
I'm not trying to get in trouble by the Swifties, but no. I got some in store for that, though.
You do? Oh, okay.
Leave it at that. You gonna leave it at that? You're not gonna give us a hint?
You gonna give us anything else?
Shake it off. That ain't Taylor. That ain't her song.
Never mind that.
I think it is. Shake it off.
That's her song, ain't it? The Shake It Off song?
Mike didn't even know. What about a pregame meal? Like, do you have something you got to eat before the game, or what's your go-to?
So in a weird way, I ain't even gonna say pregame meal. So every night before a game, I don't judge me, guys. I always eat 2 packs of ranch sunflower seeds and a pack of watermelon strawberry sour punch straws. Don't ask why. I just been doing it for years.
I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. What about you, Nick?
I like a hearty meal. So especially if we get on the road, I'll usually try to DoorDash some Caribbean food. Get some curry chicken, some rice and peas, some plantains, all that stuff. Yeah, that's where it's at right there. I can tell not enough of y'all know about that, so I'm going to let that slide. I didn't get enough cheers as I thought I would, but y'all should check it out. Check out G's Caribbean. It's around the corner from here.
We got bowl season up now. You guys all played in bowl games in college.
I'm glad you brought this up.
Yeah?
I'm glad you brought this up.
Okay. Well, why is that?
Because we got Penn State versus Ole Miss.
In the Peach Bowl,
In the
baby.
Peach Bowl. and I got
Yes,
all my
sir.
money on Penn State.
I think I'm gonna get down from here. We didn't make a ball
Y'all
game.
at home?
Yeah, it kind of went for eternity events later on in the season.
Y'all got final exams right
It's
now.
all right
That's-
though. You know, what it was, National Signing Day. We got a #1 quarterback in the nation though, so we going somewhere. That's all I can say. We'll try again next year.
So do we have a bet going on here, Ole Miss Penn State?
We can't answer that on camera.
They got a push-up bit.
You know that.
Push-ups.
Yeah.
Push-ups for
Yeah.
sure. I don't know.
We
We should
haven't
do
discussed
something.
it, but yeah.
I should make you wear some Penn State gear.
Go Rebs.
All right.
Go
Penn
Rebs.
State gear's easy. It's just a white T-shirt, right? That's all you got.
Oh, stop it. We got more than that, man. We got more than that. But I can't talk too much smack here in Ohio.
It's coming from Ohio State family here, so I gotta give you that. We got 2 more games to go. How are you guys keeping focused and keeping everything, in front of you? Because still a lot to play for at this point.
Like you said, everything's still in front of us. Obviously we're in a tough situation, but number one, so are a lot of other teams. But we got to make sure we handle our business and let everything else take care of itself. So go out Sunday, we got to execute, play fast, and make plays.
Yeah, Mike hit the nail on the head. I mean, nothing matters if we don't take care of this week. So we're just going to take it one play at a time, one series at a time, one quarter, all that. So we'll be all right.
And it helps you guys get your juice back, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Gotta have the juice back.
I know. I was just saying, I don't even know what to say no more. Y'all took it out, but man, honestly, man, just like I said, play our ball, come together as one. Play Bengal football, man. Smart, fast, and physical.
All right, you guys can watch it from Arrowhead Stadium on Local 12 on Saturday. We got one more episode next week, so we'll see you at Bengals Nation. Thanks, everybody, for coming out, and Hoo Day!